where a lot of folks are happy and a lot of folks are disappointed. We welcome you to the State Farm post game. We're going to show you why people feel the way they do. Starting in Baltimore.
There's Ray Lewis on the right, great linebacker for the Ravens, and of course Tom Brady, our big-time broadcaster, Hall of Fame to be. There is a nice job by Stafford. Finally, his tight end Higbee in the flat for a touchdown of 8 yards. Rams going to win this game 17-3 as the Lamar Jackson, their quarterback, still out. Go through the bye week. Maybe they'll get him back. He has a bad hamstring. 17-3. It is Los Angeles over Baltimore.
Yeah, and so the Rams get the win. Baltimore drops to 1-5 on the year. We'll talk more about that in a bit, but right now let's check in with Aaron Andrews, who spoke with Matthew Stafford after the win.
Well, you walked up to me and said that was a weird one. Tale of two halves, right? First half couldn't get anything going. What happened there, particularly in the third quarter?
Yeah, just executed. Obviously fed off of our defense and special teams, getting the ball back for us a couple times. But, yeah, just a weird one. You know, didn't execute as good as we possibly can. Missed some opportunities to score touchdowns down the red zone, but found a way to win, which is what matters the most.
Talk about the win, though, because you came up and mentioned it a little bit. We were wondering if it was affecting you guys.
It was a little bit, yeah. I mean, it was moving it around. I think punts and kicks probably even a little bit more than, you know, us throwing it. But, shoot, we came away with a win, got it done, and did enough to get it done.
All right, your daughters were behind me the whole game. They said I should ask you, what is your favorite color? That's the most pressing question I have for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with blue. You know, that's what I'm going with. It was great to see them. I'm happy they were there. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks, Matthew.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
All right, Matthew Stafford alluded to it, too. This Rams defense played so well today, giving up only 3 points. Nate Landman had 17 tackles and a big forced fumble. And you know what that earns you? Not only an interview, but an interview with Tom Brady as the LFG player of the game.
Nate, congratulations. You're the LFG player of the game. You had a career-high 17 tackles today, 14 last week against the Niners. But the biggest one today was on that goal line stand before halftime. Tell me about that play.
Yeah, what a stop by our guys, you know, really buckling up there. That's the pride of a defense right there, how you play goal line, and we rose up to the occasion. Way to set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you guys sure did. You set the tone so physically well all day, and you came from Zimbabwe. That's a long ways away. Your dad played professional rugby. Does that influence your tackling style at all? What's a scrum for us, all of us Americans who aren't used to that?
Yeah, it definitely does. You know, something that we worked on growing up. I played rugby in high school, and just something that, you know, he taught me and something I've worked on since being a kid and playing this game for so long.
Yeah, keep making it happen. And Kevin, my partner, and I, we had a fun time up here calling you Landman, but we said no. The name is Landman from here on out. That's how we're going with your last name. Do you prefer that, or do you want something different?
You know, it goes back and forth. I don't mind it. I like the Landman. That's what they call me around here. So I love it. I'm rolling with it.
All right, you're the Landman to us. Congratulations. Great win on the road. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, guys.
Big road win for the NFC team from Los Angeles. How about the AFC squad from L.A.?
Nice day for Justin Herbert. 2 touchdown passes for him. Tua Tagovailoa of Miami. 1 touchdown for him. He finding great tight end Waller wide open for the touchdown. A 7-yarder. 27-26 it is. Miami on top of the Chargers by 1. 9 seconds left, and Cameron Dickers nails his 33-yard field goal as the Chargers go on to beat the Miami Dolphins 29-27. Aaron Rodgers, 2 touchdown passes on the day, 235 yards. Nice day for him. Steelers defense was also outstanding. Double move, there it is to DK Metcalf. 4 receptions for 95 yards and a touchdown as Steelers go on to beat Cleveland 23-9 at home. And then the Cowboys are at the Carolina Panthers. Rico Dowdle, 200 yards rushing last week. He has 183 rushing on this day, but a fine job. Bryce Young out finds Dowdle for a 36-yard touchdown. Bryce Young, 3 touchdown passes on the day. And then with 3 seconds left, Ryan Fitzgerald nails this 33-yard field goal. Panthers win this football game over Dallas 30-27.
Yeah, Rico Dowdle, 183 yards rushing, 239 total yards. Second straight week he's gone over the 200-yard mark from scrimmage. And just moments ago, he spoke with Pam Oliver.
Well, Rico, just a phenomenal day. I haven't seen like that in a very long time. Tell me what it was like. You told them to buckle up. Maybe they didn't hear you because it was sweet how you did your thing.
Yeah, like I said, those guys, got to give credit to those guys up front again. we came out, we had a good scheme and a game plan going against them. And yeah, them guys opened it up, allowed me to just keep getting through. And we got the win. That's the main thing. I wanted to beat them, so came out here and got the win. But all credit to those guys up front.
You admitted it right there. You did want to beat that team, your former team. I said you just admitted it. You did want to beat your former team. Just tell me how much energy you put into that and how much determination went into that.
Oh, yeah, like I said, definitely wanted to get that win. But, yeah, I was out there just fighting through it, even when I was tired, just knowing I had to stay out there for my team and give them all like I got every bit of me. And like, those guys up front, we always a team effort. You know, offense, defense, special teams. Defense held up. Special teams made their tackles and things. But, yeah, it was a great team effort and definitely want to get that, proud to get that win.
And when I talked to you during the week, you talked about the chip on your shoulder and how it's propelled you throughout your career. Is this an example of that? You know, you might count me out, but don't do that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like I said, I always had a chip on my shoulder since the day I stepped in the NFL, just with being undrafted and things like that. But, yeah, I would definitely say today is an example, just out there running hard and, yeah, just playing with that chip on my shoulder. Got to keep it going. It's on to the next.
Appreciate it, Rico.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Hey, and don't look now, but the Carolina Panthers have won 3 of their last 4 and all of a sudden seem to get things going. We talked about Dowdle, 200 yards from scrimmage 2 weeks in a row. Howie, he told the Cowboys, his former team, 5 seasons there, look out, I'm coming at you this week.
Not
and
only
he paid
did
it
he
off.
tell them, he told them he was coming physical and angry and get prepared for it. And Michael and I were just talking. Somebody does that. The one thing you're not going to do is you're not going to run the football. You might throw for 5 touchdowns, but you will not run the football. And they did. And after a glimmer of hope last week by the Dallas Cowboys defense, it all kind of went away. And, you know, Dak had a good day, Pickens had a good day, but it just goes to show you that that offense can't score enough points. They have to be in the 30s to compete because the defense is so bad.
Well, you know, Bryce Young, I mean, we could say all those other names that people are all excited about. This guy, the first overall pick in the draft, criticized because compared to the guy in Washington who had the big year. But for this young man to keep his confidence, to play the way he's playing right now, 3 touchdowns, passes today, 1 interception. I mean, to beat this Cowboys team who has so much talent, I give Bryce Young a lot of credit just for hanging in there and being this tough young man that he is mentally and physically. And Rico Dowdle, first undrafted player since 1970 with back-to-back 200-plus yard scrimmage yards in a game. I mean, it's just really amazing there in Carolina. It's fun to see when you don't really know who's going to win. And we sit up here and we pick, and you just really don't know. I like to see the underdogs winning.
Yeah. It's great to see McMillan get a touchdown, too. With
he got
Bryce
2
Young.
today, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's always big. Let's jump over to the are we going to the Rams?
Yeah, Baltimore and the Rams. Go ahead.
Let's do the Baltimore Rams. Look, you got to tip your cap to the Rams defense. The goal line stand, the 3 takeaways, they were huge for the Rams, but there's still some concerns going on that organization. The special teams, they've missed 6 field goals this year. That's going to hurt them going down the road. And then also their offense, once Puka Nacua got hurt, it seemed a little like it was hard to get yardage. But young defensive line versus getting the ball off of the Ravens left and right. That's how you're going to have to go on the road, and it's always great to get back in the win column after losing 2 in a row.
Well, if I'm Baltimore, I got to be excited because we did get Derrick Henry going today with 120-something yards rushing. That's huge for them. And because of their running attack, it seemed like their defense. I thought Baltimore's defense played excellent today, limiting.
And now they get the bye.
And then they get Jackson back.
And the schedule gets much easier over the next 4 or 5 weeks, and that helps them. And the loss to Houston, the loss to KC, both teams that they could possibly, from a wild card standpoint, be competing with, that hurts. But you have to hope that Pittsburgh stumbles and they kind of pick up the pieces here, get healthy on defense, maybe. This defense gets a little bit of momentum going.
Well, you better hope that you still feel like you're in it.
Yeah.
Are they? I mean, they're 1-5, and we showed the schedule. Pittsburgh won again today.
Right now, but when you're 1-5, Kurt, and guys lose confidence, guys just say, hey, we only got so many left. Look at our schedule. Look at the other teams around us. You just need to hope that the guys in that locker room keep their confidence and really, truly believe they have a shot.
But they did look tougher.
Yes.
And that's what we're used to seeing from the Baltimore Ravens. How do you be tough? You got to be able to run the football, stop the run. They only gave up 75 yards. Henry had 124 yards, and they did well in the kicking game. So they got good things today out of their team. Once Lamar comes back.
Quarterback.
once Lamar comes back, it could change the picture. So I wouldn't lose my confidence if I'm Baltimore.
Yeah, I thought Huntley came in and played well in the second half. So, yeah, maybe if Jackson is enabled, then Huntley would start the next game.
But I mean, we all sit here and we go, when Lamar comes back, I love that thought because I think Lamar is a dynamic MVP. Could have been last year easily, too. But they were losing with him earlier in the season.
Yeah.
The defense wasn't playing well. So I don't think you could put all that pressure on Lamar to say, well, he comes back, we're going to win games. That's not fair to Lamar because this is literally the team as a whole has not played well.
When you have a window, and I think our fans know this, there is a window. When you have 5 or 6, maybe even 7 years of greatness, but you never get to the Super Bowl, then all of a sudden you're wondering, well, why are they struggling at 1-5? But even Lamar was playing well. Sometimes, folks, that window starts to close a little bit. Talent gets a little tired. Now you got to refresh everything.
The defense hasn't been the same since Mike McDonald left.
Yeah.
That was 2 years ago. Last year, it was issues in the secondary. They made some switches and ended up being a top 10 defense at the end of the year, but they really struggled, particularly in coverage. A lot of blown miscommunications. This year, it's just been a collapse. I mean, you know, when you lose the interior defensive front, it has a ripple effect. It impacts the secondary. They have no pass rush. It's just you could spend all day figuring out what's wrong with Baltimore.
Yeah. But they do get the bye, and then they come back and the schedule softens up a little bit. So we'll find out how they go from there. When we come back, we'll talk about the rest of this